Hello again, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you. I am Gary Gatto, the voice of the FIS, and welcome to P1's broadcasting coverage of Championship Wednesday and Round 12 of Season 8 of the Sim Racing Warehouse Formula Indy Series. As tonight, we will crown a champion from Watkins Glen International. Good to have everyone here with us on a very cold night if you're in the Midwest. But wherever you are, I hope everything is going well as qualifications currently underway. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left here to play as open qualifying currently, actually not open qualifying, but individual qualifying going on. We're just mixing in different feeds here for tonight's 37-lap event here at Watkins Glen. No one has taken any time yet, but there are your conditions. Really not going to be much out there to do a lot of tire degradation. I'll be joined a little bit later by Stevie Larkamp, who is a little late getting into us today. The train is late getting into the station, but he will get here as soon as he can. And we'll bring you the action here on Championship Wednesday for Season 8. Hard to believe, 8 seasons of these Formula Indy Series seasons, man. It's been adding up. Pretty soon there'll be a 10th season coming up. We will talk about Season 9. There will be a Season 9. But first, we got to really get into the points situation here coming into today. Just going to allow me to be producer here a little bit because it's just me for the time being until Stevie gets here. But let's bring in the point situation as this is going to be the story all race long. First of all, let's, for the last time, show you the schedule. This is it. That's the championship. That's where we've been all season long. Started way back in, forget the when we started, September? Yeah, wow. And now we're finishing up in January. But here are the points coming into the championship today, or decide the championship. So the driver's race is down to 2. It's Alex Chilcutt leads Gavin Sanders by 37 points, not counting anything that's going to happen here in qualifications or during the race. Keep in mind, fastest lap gets points, leading laps gets points, leading the most laps gets points, and also getting the pole gets points. So points can change actually during the race, just a little bit. But right now, it's 37 points, and Alex controls his own destiny. Because of the drop week, Alex does not need to win this race. A solid top 5 finish is likely enough to secure the championship for Gavin Sanders. It's win or bust for the inaugural series champion. He needs to win the race, get all the bonus points, and help from Alex finishing to pull off the massive comeback. While the title fight is limited to 2 drivers, positions 3 through 10 in the standings are very much in play tonight. Titus Sherlock enters the race in 3rd. If he finishes inside the top 5, he'll likely lock down 3rd place, but a poor result opens the door for Caleb Bensey, who's not had the greatest season, and Logan Edwards, who's got 1 race win this season, to challenge him. Caleb Bensey can leapfrog Titus Sherlock for 3rd if he finishes well, and Titus struggles tonight. However, Caleb also has to watch his mirrors because Logan Edwards is close on his 6th and close enough to capitalize on any mistake. The best Logan Edwards could realistically hope for is 4th in the championship, but he could also lose ground if he has a bad race. 1 strong result could move Logan up 2 positions in the final standing. 1 bad result, he could lose multiple as well. Tanner DeFavis is another in a key swing position. A good finish could move him up, while a rough night could see him fall several spots. This is part of the standings that is extremely volatile, so to speak. So the championship lead might be straightforward. The rest of the top 10 is anything but settled. And we do have the Amateur Points Championship that will be decided tonight. Nick Goyette leads the amateur standings entering Watkins Glen. He controls his own destiny and does not need to beat Sarah outright. If Nick finishes within 4 positions of Sarah, he will win the Amateur Championship. For Sarah, it's very much in the fight, but to flip the amateur title, Sarah needs to finish at least 6 positions ahead of Nick to put real separation between them on track and in the standings. Behind them is Cody Claiborne in the fish car, and he is chasing second place in the amateur standings and could be a factor with help from several other drivers. Hayden Herman is also in the battle for 4th spot, and more likely has it locked down tonight because Zachary Smith in 5th is not in tonight's lineup, so Hayden probably will lock down 4th tonight. Cody, very least, is going to lock down 3rd. So the battle tonight between Nick and Sarah will rage on, but we will find out here probably midway through what's going to happen between those two in the amateur championship. So tonight at Watkins Glen, really the drivers' championship may come down to protecting the points lead, but throughout the field there are battles everywhere that will decide podium positions, top 10 finishes, and of course the amateur championship. Now, on top of that, folks, here are the team points. Only 1 point separates an intra-team battle between Eclipse Competition and Eclipse Blue. Now, we don't really talk too much about the team points throughout the season. Each team is capped at 2, but there's a lot of other cooperations that these teams do beyond the 2 drivers. You might have a team of 4 or a team of more than 4 like Eclipse that might all be working together in same comms, but only 2 for competition are getting points and only 2 for Blue are getting points. And those drivers that we'll be watching here tonight are for competition. It's Sherlock and Costello, as Chilcutt is now sitting on the provisional pole. That's going to help him in the points championship if he can hold on to that. About a minute left in qualifying. And DeFabus and Fairbarn are on Blue. So we'll continue to watch that battle tonight and try to pay attention. But really, it's so close that if really one driver manages to finish ahead of the other driver on the other team, that will pretty much decide the championship. So let's say Sherlock and DeFabus are one and one on their teams, right? So they're the lead drivers on their teams. If, let's say, Costello finishes ahead against Fairborn, it's probably competition winning the championship. That's kind of what it will boil down to. We'll see what the math says at the end of this thing. But that's ultimately what we'll see at the end of all this. About 16 seconds left. Chilcutt on the provisional pole. Sherlock 2nd. Benzie 3rd. Fairbarn is in 4th. Tomba in 5th. The famous 6th. Costello 7th. Gavin Sanders 8th. Not a good start that he wants in a big comeback drive in this championship. If that's going to happen tonight, Daly in 9th and Edwards in 10th. And we are getting ready to, I think we just went official. And we will get in tonight's starting lineup. But before we do, because we do have the warm-up here, between CART and the Indy Racing League, and now the modern-day IndyCar Series. The series is raced at Watkins Glen 11 times, 3 times in the CART era from 79 to 81, and 8 times in the IRL IndyCar era from 2005 to 2010, and again in 2016, and 2017. These cars right here, the IR18 cars, have never raced here. Only the DW12s have. Or the latest. Now, these are, of course, remember, DW12 cars. They are the DW12 tub. They just have the IR18 aero kit, it's easy for me to say, on them. So that's what makes them the IR18. But at the base of these things, these are still DW12s. The CART track record set by Al Unser in 79 when he drove the Yellow Submarine for Hall Racing before Johnny Rutherford got that ride. Mario Andretti also in 81 driving for Pat Patrick. Each record was turned on a different length course, so the time and speed comparison for today's race won't make much sense, but this gives me an opportunity to at least mention Al Unser Sr. and Mario Andretti during today's race. The IndyCar track record on a configuration very similar to this is Alexander Rossi, but they used the classic boot configuration with the no bus stop chicane the last time they went here, and that was in 2017, and he had a time of 1:22.5. 4. The career wins leaders here at Watkins Glen. Scott Dixon, undisputed king of the Finger Lakes region. He has 4 wins, including 3 in a row from 05 to 07. Uncle Bobby with 2 in 79 and 80. Ryan Hunter-Ray, the late Justin Wilson, Willpower, Alexander Rossi, and Rick Mears each have 1. Al Jr. has 3 wins in IROC competition when that series visited here in the mid-80s and early 90s. So there you have everything you need to know about previous IndyCar history here at Watkins Glen. And let's get into tonight's starting lineup for tonight's final race of the championship for Season 8 of the Formula Indy Series. And getting a critical point for winning the pole is Chilcutt. Alex Chilcutt on the pole one more time. And this might be his final move here to nail this championship, all for him. He is on the front row with Titus Sherlock. Right behind them is Benzie and Fairbairn, Tomba and DeFavis, Costello and Sanders, Daly and Edwards. That is your top 10. Mojica and Claiborne on row 6. Spath and Sheehan, Mixer and Flaum in row 8. Goyette looking for that amateur championship in row 9 is right next to Aslan. And then we go back on row 10, Aiden Herman and Moss. And that is it. A fairly small field here tonight. And with Sarah Guerrera not in the lineup tonight, that is going to give the amateur championship, just by virtue of starting this race, to Nick Goyette, who will be your Season 8 amateur champion as soon as we take the green flag tonight here at Watkins Glen. Chilcutt's even fastest in final practice here in warm-up practice. There we go. Tonight's rule set, this is a fixed setup race provided by the league. That's a 3.45 mile, 11 turn permanent road course here tonight. 37 laps, 127.65 iRacing miles, limited tires, but we require a compound change. Pit road speed limit is 40 miles per hour. Lucky dogs are on, but that's mainly for ovals. And you do not have to start on your qual tire here. Last time the Formula Indy Series was here, we've been here twice in the series history. Season 1, Season 1's round 7. Gavin Sanders over Andrew Wood by 2.14 seconds. Logan Paxa finished 3rd. And then back in Season 3, round 6, when we were on the classic new scan, Caleb Benzie over Nicholas Johnson by 6 seconds. Dory Ricciuti, good old Dory, finished 3rd, 8 seconds back. Those are the 2 previous times we have visited Watkins Glen. And we are gridding up. Most everyone is starting on the primes right now. We get a better shot here from the blimp as everyone now is gridding up. Just about everyone. Goyette still hasn't. Aslan hasn't. There we see Alex Chilcutt going to the alternate tires on the start here. He waited till last minute. So here we go. Gabe Aslan also on the alternate tire as well, and we are underway. Bad start for one of the Eclipse cars. Battle for position right going into turn one. It is Caleb Benzie and Chilcutt through turn one into the S's, and Benzie is not letting this battle go unanswered. Into the S's, he's going to try to get the lead, and he does. Down the backstretch, coming to the bus stop chicane. Not a good chicane there for Chilcutt as Fairbarn gets right to his attenuator. Benzie starts pulling away a little bit as he goes into the chute now as they work into the boot section. Costello to the inside of DeFavis. Right in front of them is Tomba. And we have a meatball flag for Titus Sherlock. Not exactly what happened. Sure what happened. Black flag for Ryan Sheehan. Might have been on the start. Cody Claiborne had an off. We'll see what happened. Oh, big wreck on the start. And it is Titus Sherlock running over. Oh, no, and actually it's and I believe the championship is now done. We watch this again. Sherlock with not a good start, and here comes Gavin, and he just had no place to go. Claiborne almost gets into it. And I think that's going to decide the championship. I think that pretty much if Gavin has retired. Gavin has retired, so the championship has now been decided. Alex Chilcutt now 2 laps into his final race of the season is your championship leader and champion of Season 8 here in the Formula Indy Series. Congratulations to him. And maybe he's already heard on his radio he does not need to push the issue if he does not want to. He just needs to finish. Actually, he could park the car now if he wanted to. Gator DeFavis with the purple lap. Titus Sherlock, though, on pit road with a meatball. Nick Goyette, he is having problems, but he can retire and become your amateur champion as he's coming to pit road right now with a missing right front wing plane, excuse me. He'll get that switched out. But he could make an early evening of it if he wishes and just park the car. I think he should definitely have enough in points. Back up front, Chilcutt goes to the lead over Caleb Benzie. Here is the pass for the lead on the front straight. Goes to the inside. Remember, we do have push to pass available here as well as the hybrid. Caleb tries to get it back. Get back to live pictures, and a little bit further up the racetrack now after that battle. Chilcutt has a lead by 7/10. Fairborn on push to pass. Going to be 37 laps tonight. I don't know if I said 34, excuse me. 37 laps tonight. watching this battle for second, third, and fourth on the racetrack. It's Bency, Fairborn, DeFabis, and Costello. Remember, Fairborn and DeFabis, they are teammates, so right now they are in a position to get the team's championship, but where they run right now, only 1 point over their teammates, Costello and Sherlock, but Sherlock is on pit road and more likely out. So I believe now, if we were to finish like this right now, Eclipse Blue will pick up the team championship. So everything has been decided here, folks. Good night. Have a good night. We'll see you next season. We're off the air. No, seriously, everything has been decided. The Drivers' Championship has now been decided. The Amateur Championship has been decided. And now more than looks like the Team Championship has been decided already inside of 5 laps here at Watkins Glen. Final round of the Season 8 Championship here in the Formula Indy Series. Season 9 will be here. It will be in July. It will be right here on P1, but that's all I can tell you right now. In between Season 9 and Season 8, we'll have the Formula Super Series on P1, and that will start here in a couple of weeks. And bringing you the action for that here on P1 will be Jacob Collins and Sophie Connell. That is our Indy Next commentary team. They are very familiar with the road to Indy drivers that are in this lineup as well. Let's ride from Tanner's point of view. Now, one thing I did not set up before this, but I will put it on the screen. There we go. There we go. Track map. Well, everyone should be pretty familiar with this race course, even the boot configuration. You know, watch nothing else from Watkins Glen but the stock cars. Of course, you know that portion of the track. The boot is traditionally done by IndyCar and the sports cars. We will get into here momentarily as we now come through the carousel. Now we are into what they call the chute. And this is the starting of the boot as we head toward the toe. Uphill. This is not an awfully technical course. You're on the power an awful lot. A lot of counter steer right there for Tanner. A lot of on the power, 100% throttle. So these guys will be not a lot of high braking zones, not a lot of passing zones. So it's going to come down to getting alongside the car in front of you, hoping they make a mistake, using the hybrid, using the push to pass, and being able to pull the pass off that way. It's really hard, especially in IndyCar with everyone on the throttle so much and so evenly matched these IndyCars are, to get that pass done on the race course. But we might actually see some pit strategy out here tonight as well. Probably anticipating about a 2-stopper, maybe less than that. On the outside is Costello on the push to pass. Not on the push to pass. Fairborn was on push to pass. The famous loses a position going through the bus stop. We're just letting the, this is only me in the booth, letting the action kind of speak for itself. Again, nothing left to really gain for the championship. It has been decided. The amateur championship has been decided. Goyette is out. He has parked it. And the drivers, or the team's championship, still left to play for. But it's going to be pretty tight with Titus Sherlock actually back on the racetrack now. So maybe he's hoping for a lot of attrition, maybe to move him up in the order. He is 4 laps off the pace. But here is your Season 8 champion cruising up front right now on those red tires. He and Gabe Aslan, who's back in 14th. Gabe are the only 2 drivers that opted for the alternate compound. Makes me think this might be turned into a one-stopper for him. Starting with the reds, you don't... You see it, but obviously everyone's going with the primes, thinking that the reds weren't going to last very long, which they don't here at Watkins Glen, but the conditions really aren't contributing to massive tire fall-off on the reds right now. Here are your weather conditions. 89 on the track temp. The track temp is kind of creeping up there a little bit. 71 on the ambient. Chilcutt's now pulled out to a 1.2 second lead. Everybody that is in a blue car that's behind Bency on the push to pass. Side by side into the bus stop. Oh, very, very close on the clear there, but pulls it off. Watching this battle continue on the front stretch here. Costello, Fairbarn, DeFabus, 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the racetrack. More importantly, Costello and Fairbarn, now your points leaders in the points in the team's championship. Hey, if you're looking to save money with great prices and no sales tax, Sim Racing Warehouse is your U.S.-based shop for all your sim racing needs. Plus, for a limited time, as long as the season is currently running and the code works, you can save 5% off with the coupon code. Just type in SRW House in the coupon code section on checkout. To save even more, go to simracingwh.com to learn more. They have been your title sponsors of the Formula Indy Series all season long. Show them a little thanks by going and purchasing some gear from them using 5% off with that coupon code. Again, watching this battle for position all on the front straight. And again, it's going to take a mistake to happen. Although they are all in the draft, that they can all utilize the draft as well as push to pass and as well as the hybrid. So give a little extra boost down this straightaway. Caleb has caught back up to Chilcutt. Chilcutt's tires have gone away. And through the bus stop. So can Caleb creep a little bit closer? Have we reached the trade-off points? You get to lap 18, that's when we can start thinking about a one-stopper. Can we get to lap 18 or 19? How fast these corners are. We typically watch the stock cars go through here. They fly, but watch these Indy cars. All the downforce, just zip on through here. They don't need to use all that runoff area up here that the stock cars do. They come through the S's uphill. Car gets a little light right about here. It's narrow right through there where the Armco gets really close to the racetrack. And here comes Caleb Binsey to the inside. Chilcutt tries to defend, coming into the bus stop. Caleb threads the needle and comes out the other side. He is your new leader. Our last season champion wearing the number one more race. And now Chilcutt is in a battle for second as Costello has got to him. Oh, big twitch for Costello. That's going to open the door for Fairbarn. I tell you what, these guys are all one on top of one another right now. And all it's going to take is one little twitch, and they'll be in each other's attenuator as Chilcutt gives up another position there on those red tires. So maybe he wants to think about coming to pit road now, but it's going to turn into a two-stopper for him. He might also know, or not know, I don't know yet, who's giving him information. I don't know if he knows or not that the championship is basically over for him. It's been decided. Yeah, he's coming to pit road, and Fairbarn got really, really close. Chilcutt coming to make it a two-stopper and get off these red tires. Painfully slow, 45-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit. Actually, 40-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit. And again, once again, iRacing, if you're listening, I'd love to see a variable pit road speed option. We can make these pit road speed limits a little bit faster for these cars that are a little bit more faster than your average 10-topper that runs around here. Caleb Binsey now out to a 0.7 of a second lead. If you enjoy coverage of the Formula Indy Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future P1I Racing broadcasts. We have a lot of them coming up, including the start of Season 9 of the longest-running DW12, Dallara DW12 Series on iRacing. It's a Dark Horse IndyCar Series, or the Dark Horse Racing Series, but their DW12 IndyCar Series. Round 1 of Season 9, Auto Club Speedway, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. You're looking for more IndyCar racing. That's a lot of fun. Check out the DW12. It's free. All you need to do is buy the tracks. Easy car to like, easy car to drive. No tools you have to worry about. It's just you, your hands, and your feet. Kind of old school. go back a little bit further in the field since we don't have a lot of racing going on. We are expecting pit stops to occur here soon. Here is Michael Costello. He is second right now. He is up 5 spots from where he started. Tanner DeFavis, he is up 3 spots from where he started. That is your top 3 right now. Fairborn started 4th, is 4th. Tomba started 5th, is 5th. Chilcutt has pitted. Sheehan is pitted. I believe Hayden Herman started from pit road. Titus Sherlock, of course, had to come to pit road with that damage. Gabe Aslan got all those red tires early as well. So the red gamble to start this race, not the one to play, at least right now. That's what it seems. Lap 15 of 37. We're getting to the point where a one-stop window will open here at about lap 18 or 19. Byron Daly, Caleb Bency on pit road. He's right there on pit road now for a scheduled stop. So this is going to be a 2-stopper, or maybe a fuel save to get to the end. We'll see. He's in the neighborhood, but I don't think he's close enough. Costello on pit road as well. Go through the field as well. Logan Edwards, winner earlier this season. And his teammate in chat. He won at Homestead on the Oval. But we know him as also a very accomplished road course racer as well from the Elite Racing League. Winner at Portland in their inaugural race there. Currently 4th on the racetrack, Logan Spath. Off a podium at Indianapolis a week ago. Looking to finish out this season strong. Not the season he's been wanting. Struggling in the points. But trying to put together a good race to end the season on. Something to build off of for next season. Logan is in 5th. Byron Daly, he is in 6th. He had himself a pretty decent Indianapolis until the bitter end there. Cody Claiborne in the Fish car. He's going to get really close to second in the amateur points. I don't know how close he will get, but he's going to get really close. Right now, he's in 7th. Chilcutt on the newer tires. He is 3 laps into his stint. He is switched to the primes, as you can see there. As Claiborne goes to pit road in front of him. Logan Spath on pit road right there. You see him up in his stall. Down off the jacks. He is going to the red sidewall tire. So maybe just a small stint here. Maybe some Red Bull laps coming here for a lot of these drivers on pit road. All these drivers with a lot of pace. Daly also on pit road. Edwards on pit road. Coming off of pit road now. Fairbarn on pit road. A lot of fast pace there. But not everyone on red tires. Only Spath and Daly on the red tires. Caleb Benzie on the red tires, as he's currently in 2nd spot. Chilcutt with the kind of a little bit of an undercut there. He goes ahead of the leader off of pit road with the stop. Here comes Caleb. He's getting a bit of a run now as he goes downhill, now uphill through the S's. I think he might take a stab at him. He is not on push to pass, but he is doing us all on his own accord, maybe using the hybrid a little bit. We have no way of knowing if the hybrid's deployed. Takes a stab to the inside, not being able to get there, but definitely showing the front nose to Chilcutt, going through the carousel, giving the bottom to Caleb. Caleb's taking a look at it. Now they're off through the chute into now the boot portion. Up at the road, turn 7. Caleb right there. Going to take a bit of a wider swing at it. Going to have a bigger run. He's going to take a stab down at 8. There he goes. He's going to show it. He's going to send it. And he gets the position. Through turn 1. Now do we see Chilcutt? Does he take a swipe back on him? Let's go ride with Chilcutt. Look at Caleb, goes to the inside of the fin. Chilcutt backs out of it. How fast the bus stop is. So easy to lose control through there. One little twitch will send you over, kind of oversteer, snap oversteer. Right into the wall there, right into the Armco. And most everyone in chat probably sitting there going, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think everyone has had that snap right there on exit because you come through there so quick. Sometimes you might catch a little bit of the dirt. Back onto the main race course. Last set of corners, super fast through here. Again, look at the driver inputs. Again, look at the speeds that we're hitting some of these corners. Really one of the fastest road courses we run in all of, on all the service that's on IndyCar. You put an IndyCar on, it's really one of the fastest tracks. Not very technical. About 100 miles per hour there is the slowest we're going to get. Uphill, 150, 60, 65. He is in the draft envelope of Caleb, which is about a second and a half behind his car. We'll get up to 180 when we get to the braking zone here for, actually not even really much of a braking zone. You might tap the brake a little bit, but there's so much downforce on these cars, and especially with the high downforce package they have on road courses, for a lot of these drivers, it might just be a little bit of a lift. And then it's like air brakes. Here's the second slowest portion of the course right there. They get to the heel. Gets kind of slow through there. They do get under 100 miles per hour right here at the toe. Chilcutt on, push to pass. How fast? 140 through here. I think this is about as fast right through. Yeah, 130. Again, not a very technical course. Not a very technical. Even with the boot, it's still not very. And everyone drives this track so evenly that it just really, it takes a mistake. You can sit there and you can be on full power, and you look at the power graphs for a lot of these drivers, and the brake zones are about the same. The acceleration zones are about the same. The G's are about the same. It just really takes getting in a draft like right here or a mistake. And, you know, we shouldn't rule out the battle behind. Costello was right there the whole time. Here comes Chilcutt again. Got real close. Backs out of it going to the 1. But, man, just equally matched right behind him. Look, I mean, the gap between the two of them, almost identical. But now on push to pass. Both on push to pass. Going through the S's, exiting the S's. Caleb goes down low. He's going to protect. Chilcutt's going to go up high. Caleb's going to make a pass around the high side, the long way around, and he does. Move Chilcutt back up to the lead, but here comes Caleb. He gets a better shot through the bus stop. Now we're side by side into the carousel. Whoa, close, so close, fellas. Keep in mind, netcode might take over here. Here we come into the boot, to the inside, very close. A tap, inside. Here comes Costello, outside Costello. Now, does maybe Caleb decide to come to pit road and get those tires off and make his final stop? And, yep, that's exactly what he does. Caleb, pit road, final stop for the season for our defending series champion. He will not wear the number 1 next season, but he will fight for the number 1 again next season. You know he will. This is not the season that he has wished for. In fact, no wins for Caleb this season. In fact, we have to go back to season 7. For his last win, which was at Nashville Superspeedway in round 11 back in April of 25. He's down and away. Caleb is 3rd all time in series wins here with 11, behind Gavin Sanders, who is not getting the win today. And Mitch Welker, still the all-time wins leader here, the 2-time champion. In fact, today is the first time since season 4 where Caleb or Mitch is not going to end the season as a champion. They both swapped championships. It went Mitch, Caleb, Mitch, then Caleb again, and then, of course, we're into this current season. Going back up front, Chilcutt now your leader. He comes to pit road for his last stop of his championship run here in the Formula Indy Series. Here's Caleb Bency as Chilcutt comes out in front of him. And so this is going to turn into another battle for what will maybe effectively be the race lead, but we're going to stay right here and watch this as they go through the chute. And, Chilcutt goes wide. Caleb on the outside with those slightly warmer tires. He's going to get a better run off corner exit. He's going to have a better position going into the toe. And he clears Chilcutt. Going back up front, Costello now your leader, as he's going through the S's right behind him, DeFavis and Tomba. Final stops have occurred now for Chilcutt, for Bincy, for Spath. Let's take a look at the push-to-pass situation as we are getting to that point in the race. Since we aren't running a full-distance IndyCar race, although we're pretty close. IndyCar race would be closer to 200 miles here. We do about 125 in the Formula Indy Series. Your push-to-pass situation here, here it is. 94 seconds for Costello. DeFavis at 77. Tomba at 97. Fairborn at 31. Edwards at 102. Daly hardly using the button at 130. Mixer. Say hi to Micah. It's been a while since we've seen him. 173. Titus Sherlock goes purple with a 126.9. That might be a little bit of red mist back there for him. Again, these guys have more than enough push to pass, really, I think, especially those like Costello, Tomba, Edwards, Daly, Mixer, Blaum. They could probably use it pretty much multiple times a lap and still have a little bit at the end. But smoke them if you got them. You can't take them to the next race. There is no next race. Oh, I see people in chat talking about the Watkins GLEN race we had that actually I covered, and when we did the Indy Open top split with Blocker and Kevin. Yeah, that was interesting. That was a very interesting race. It is back on the channel. Go back and watch it from a couple seasons ago. So we're expecting final pit stops here for Costello, for DeFavis, Tomba, Fairborn, Edwards, and Daly. Mixer as well. Mojica as well. They all stopped either lap 16 or 17. They are currently about 11 laps into their final, or next to last stint. They will need to make the trip down pit road. Otherwise, they're going to have to do a pretty massive fuel save to do a one-stopper. The one-stopper window is more like lap 18 to 19. 19 will definitely get you there. 18 would get you a little short. So 19 would get you 18 with a fuel save for that final lap. But, of course, when you're on the power so much here, that trying to save fuel is a pretty hard thing to do. Lap 28 of 37, and we're quickly getting to the end of this thing. I don't know if 10 to go. I don't know if my man Stevie's going to join us in time, but stay with us at the conclusion of this race, as Tomba back there, as around Aslan. At the conclusion of this race, we will talk to the podium, and then we will talk, of course, we will talk to the best in class for the amateur, who currently is right now Cody Claiborne. I think him and Hayden are the only two amateurs currently running at the moment. Cody is the leader. Cody's won a couple amateur classes races this season. And at the conclusion of this race, we'll talk to the podium. We'll talk to the amateur winner. Then we will talk to the amateur champion, which should be Nick Goyette. Then we will talk to a representative of the team's championship, which right now, I believe, is looking like competition, Eclipse Competition Blue, or Eclipse Blue, which is the famous and Fairborn. So we will talk to one of those drivers to talk about their championship, and then we will talk to Alex Chilcutt as Benzie passes Chilcutt, and there's some passing on pit road as they come out ahead of Fairborn. Fairborn now is going to be on, yeah, there he is coming off of pit road now. He's going to be on red tires. Let's go back up to that. That's Costello. Oh, wait a minute. Costello off of the S's. What happened? What happened? I think he was on fresh tires. Yes, fresh tires. And this is what happened as he comes out with the leaders. He's like, I'm going to give it a go. And do we have contact, or is it just cold tires? We're going to watch on the replay. Oh, no, massive oversteer right in the neighborhood of our champion. And the champion gets by, but Costello goes to the inside wall. Let's watch Costello from Costello's point of view. Oh. And let's watch from Chilcutt's point of view, but let's watch from his roll bar, because we should see him to the inside. We might not. There he is. Oh, that's how close it was. I mean, the championship is decided, but it could have been a lot closer. As he dodges a bullet, but it's a late bullet. A late bullet in the battle. Tomba, your leader now. So we're expecting Tomba still to come to pit road. He had stopped on 17, and that will turn the lead over to Caleb Benzie. But it's not over yet. Chilcutt's there. And they are both on equal tires. They are both on primes. And there's only one lap between the two. Caleb's 7 laps old, 6 laps old for Chilcutt, so Caleb's going to be a little bit lighter on fuel. Watch this battle again. Tomba's still the leader. We're expecting him to come to pit road still. He might try the one-stopper, and it'll be a heck of a strategy. He has himself a 27-second lead over this duo right here. Let's go listen. Let's ride with Tomba. Now, Tomba on his first stint went 14. Went 16. He's at 14 now. Is he saving? I don't think he is. How much he has 56 on push to pass, so he's been using the button. And normally when you use the button, that means you're using more fuel. Nope, coming to pit road. So he's not going to try to do another one stop. That is going to, well, pit road, you're going to be on pit road for about 35 seconds, so he's going to give the lead up. That 27-second lead is not big enough. It was a good gamble, though. You never know what happens. You might as well stay out. But now we have a three-way battle for the podium as Caleb trying to get that win this season. That will give him a win in every season in the history of the Formula Indy Series. I believe. I have to double-check this. I believe he's won every season. 6 to go. Battle behind them. Battle behind Caleb. Tanner gets around Chilcutt. And now he's going to take a stab at, right now, might take the battle right to Caleb with those red tires. Caleb won in season 1. Caleb won in season 2. Now as you see a battle in the toe on the outside. Not the place to be. Caleb might run him up the racetrack. He does give him room. He defends to the inside, coming into the heel. Oh, side by side. Caleb did not win in season 3. But he won in season 4. So this, he does not have a consecutive, a major consecutive streak. He has a small one. But give the pass to the famous. Remember, Tanner won earlier this season at Portland. He defends to the inside, 5 to go. Back through the pit stop. Caleb's been getting some good runs through the bus stop. Got close. Now back to a 3-car. We might actually have a 4-car race because Tomba, he is going to be light. And he is on red tires, and he is making flyers, and he could be a player in this. Might actually make his way onto the podium. Now, how much does Chilcutt want to play here? Chilcutt has this championship. Does he want to finish it on the podium? Does he want to finish it in the fence? Does he just want to finish it running? There's different ways to go here. 5 to go, coming to 4 to go. Long laps here. Not quite as long as at Road America, but almost 3.5 miles for a lap here at Watkins Glen. But very fast. Minute 27, minute 29, minute 28. That's kind of what we're looking at for lap times. Again, tight battle, but we're watching Tomba now around Chilcutt. So I figured that wouldn't be much of a battle right there. And now does Tomba have time to get to Bensi? So Bensi, for the first time possibly since, I think, season 4, looking at no wins, but would like to get one, and he is right there, right behind the Famous. Famous does a nice power slide off the corner in the toe. Pulls it away. Do the red tires give out? The Famous is on lap 4 of the stint, whereas Caleb Bensi's on a lap 11 of the stint.
We know that the tires give out kind of right around lap 10 or so. So DeFamis might have timed this thing perfectly on these red tires. Coming to 3 to go. If you're just joining us, you're watching coverage of Championship Wednesday, round 12 of 12 of the Formula Indy Series, coming to you from Watkins Glen. We're currently, Tanner DeFamis leads a train of the top 4 with 3 to go down the backstretch. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you miss on the next race. The next race for us here on P1 will be Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time for the opening night of Season 9 of the Dark Horse Racing Series. Their DW12, Dallara DW12 Series, the longest running, continuously running Dallara DW12 IndyCar League on iRacing. Join myself and Andrew Wood as the teams and drivers open their season at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. Yes, DW12's at Fontana for their opening race of the season. And if you are having flashbacks to the MAV TV 500 from 2015, I am too. And if that's that means your inner IndyCar fan is telling you to watch this Sunday, so you don't want to miss it. But we still got plenty of racing to go here. 3 more, less than 2.5 laps to go here in the Formula Indy Series season. If you're looking to save money with great prices and no sales tax, you want to head on over to Sim Racing Warehouse. There, your U.S.-based shop for all your sim racing needs. Plus, for a limited time, you can save with the 5% off coupon. Just type in the coupon code SRWHOUSE, and you can save even more at checkout. Go to simracingwh.com. They have been great sponsors here of the Formula Indy Series all season long. We hope to see more of them. You can thank them by going to buy some stuff from their website and use that 5% off code, as we are now 2 to go here at Watkins Glen, as we have a car with red tires that have reached their prime and are starting to degrade a little bit. Here comes Caleb Benzie down the backstretch in the draft. Is he going to get close? But right with him is Tomba, looking at his best appearance in the podium, best performance of the season right now, as Caleb again gets a good run through the podium, gets the good run. Oh, big twitch! He goes to the inside. Good run through the bus stop for Caleb. Twitch through the carousel. Here we go, side by side into the boot section, down to the chute. Into the toe. Tanner holds on one more time. Here comes Caleb. He defends to the inside. Caleb, here's your push to pass situation. Caleb has 9 seconds. DeFamis has 9 seconds. Tomba has 21. And Chilcutt 15. And remember, if they can regenerate it, and they can regenerate under braking, but they can also push the button, they can regenerate the hybrid, and that will give them about a 1.5 seconds boost. White flag in the air. Last lap here at Watkins Glen for Season 8 of the Sim Racing Warehouse Formula Indy Series. All into turn 1 all together. Uphill now through the S's. Caleb's going to take a look at the outside. He swaps over. He's going to almost make contact with his front wing plate. We're going to go drag racing down the backstretch. Here comes Tomba. We're going to go 3 wide into the bus stop. No, we're not. Caleb side by side. Contact between the 2 cars, and Tomba goes to the lead. But sorry, Caleb's not done yet, but Caleb is hurt. He's going to lose this battle to Chilcutt. But Tomba now is going to have the lead. He's going to hang on. He just needs to hang on through the boot portion, and he will get his first win. Another first-time winner this season in the Formula Indy Series. Through the toe, Tomba. Tomba to the heel. 3 more turns for Tomba. Can he hang on? Kevin Tomba, not the season he's been looking for, but he's going to end it on the highest note possible if he can hang on for 2 more turns. Chilcutt's there. He's going to be your champion. But coming off the final corner, looking at win number 1 of the FIS, Kevin Tomba gets the lead in the bus stop chicane, and he gets his first win in the Formula Indy Series. Chilcutt becomes your champion of Season 8, and Caleb Benzie
comes home with another podium finish this season. And there you see it, Kevin Tomba. Now, if I look at my stats, we are now 26. He is the 26th different winner. And he joins all right, so here it is. For this season, season 8, excuse me. We now have, he will join, Kevin Tombo will join Jeremy Fairbairn at Brands Hatch, Logan Edwards at Homestead, and Alex Chilcutt. So four first-time winners this season. Not bad. That might be, actually might be a series best. I'll have to look that up here eventually. But Tomba, your winner. Chilcutt second. Bincy third. That's your podium. Logan Edwards very quietly works his way up to fourth. Jeremy Fairbairn in fifth. Byron Daly very quietly up to sixth. Micah Mixer, great run for Micah, up to seventh. Pedro Mahica, didn't really talk about him much in the AJ Foyt number 14. He is eighth. Zach Flaum with a top 10 on a road course. Cody Claiborne in the Fish Car. He will be your amateur class winner. We'll talk to him if he's available. And then we got Sheehan Aslan, the famous Sherlock, Spath, Costello, Herman, Goyette, Sanders, and Moss. That is your top 20. That's your 20-car field. All right, so we gotta bear with me. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about here in interviews and everything. And again, normally I have someone in the booth with me to help, but that doesn't look like Stevie's able to make it tonight. He had a late meeting and he going to have a hard time getting out of. So we will try to roll with the punches. It's been a while. I think the last time I did a solo race, a big league solo race, it might have been actually the Formula Indy Series, maybe season 1 or so. All right, let's get that off, and we'll watch the restart. We'll watch the start and see Cody getting into the incident there. That we'll talk to him about that incident, and just right off the bat. If he's available. All right. We will end the music there, and we will get into the interview room. And there is Cody Claiborne. Hey, Cody, just me in the booth here tonight, but an exciting race for you. Right off the bat, man. First, congratulations being the highest placed amateur driver. We'll see what the points are. You might have actually made your way up in the second in the points for the amateur championship. But right off the bat, contact on the start, and you were almost, it might have been even part of it, but definitely impacted your launch there and kind of impacted your start of your whole race, but still managed to come in with the top 10. Congratulations. But talk about that start.
Yeah, there's just some little bit of chaos in front of me, and I'm just glad I got away with it with no damage. But it did take a decent start and put me back in last. But had a good recovery.
And okay, the points have been updated, and you will finish third in the amateur championship. So congratulations there. Any shout outs, any friends, family, sponsors? It's been a while since we've got a chance to talk to you. Anyone you want to say hi to?
Yeah, I mean, as always, thanks for everyone that helps put this on, all the admins and stuff, and you, the broadcast group. And congrats to all the winners tonight.
Well, Cody, good to have you again. Good to you have. I just noticed this is a notable stat. Maybe you don't like this stat. But you have the most starts here in the series without a win. So we need to get you a win. 78 starts, no wins. We need to get you a win. But that it also says something about you sticking around for so long. It's good to have you continuously being part of this league, and we hope to see you again in season 9.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you.
Cody Claiborne, a longtime stalwart of this league, your highest finishing amateur driver today in the Fish Car. And I think that was a couple amateur wins for him this season. That might have been one of the first times we got a chance to talk with him. Let's bring up Caleb. And here is Caleb. Caleb, we thought maybe that you would get the win today. You get shut out this season. Not the season you were looking for, really, but you wore the number 1 proudly. And you'll have to re-earn that number 1 again next season in season 9. Talk about this race and then kind of talk about this season as a whole. Just kind of not exactly what you wanted, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm like still kind of out of breath almost from that finish. That was from start to finish. That was probably one of the most intense road races I've ever done. Like everyone's pace is ridiculous. The managing the tires on top of that, managing the hybrid on top of that, like trying not to push the pass because we're all stacked on top of each other. Like managing all that from start to finish was very, very difficult. But yeah, I didn't really know what to do with the tires, and eventually kind of went with the reds there in the middle to see how long they could go, and they really did not last long at all. So yeah, so me and Alex switched back to the blacks. I would keep him back, and thought even though with Tanner getting by me, I still thought he'd come back to me, and he did. And yeah, looking back at that incident, I mean, I definitely got used up a bit. So I wish I would have maybe proactively went in harder and put him in more of an awkward spot instead of getting used up a little bit. But that's just the last lap, and the bus stop is so tricky, and yeah, it's disappointing. I'm still glad I got podium out of it or something out of it, but yeah, that was just an insane race. That was some of the most like respectful, good, bad. I mean, maybe take out the last one, but like just good wheel to wheel battles, like passes around the outside. I was passed around the outside. Like it was just great battling all race. So it's kind of a bummer to be in that situation where I feel like should have won and just didn't quite get it done. But it happens, and honestly, I feel like that's kind of been a perfect summary of the whole year. Really, I mean, the pace wasn't really there on road courses early on this year to just go and outright get wins. I mean, top 5 pace was pretty like consistent all year long, but just that extra bit to get to the front wasn't quite there. And I think with the hybrid update, with a bit of that weight moving rearward, the car definitely has a little bit more natural rotation to work with, which I would say fits a lot more into my driving style. And I don't think it's too much of a coincidence. The 2 races I've been in contention and leading laps on road courses have been the 2 since the hybrid. So I'm hoping that's a good sign of, things to come, hopefully next season. And yeah, I mean, ultimately just didn't quite work out the way I was hoping. Wanted some oval wins, didn't quite get those either because it's, it just wasn't quite it. But I mean, still was in contention, which is all I can ask for in some of these races. And yeah, hopefully we can carry this momentum into next season.
Well, let's talk about next season. I guess at the end of this one, you can kind of just say the pressure is off. You're shut out for the first time, I think, since season 4. But okay, so the pressure's off. You don't have a championship you have to defend. You don't have to worry about getting a win. You kind of restart season 9. You kind of start season 9 refreshed, kind of at 0 across the board on everything. So I'd imagine here, I mean, you're going to get some time off. I don't know if you're going to run the Super Series, but we're not going to get back in these cars until June and July for the FIS, for the IndyCars. I would imagine you're going to rest a little bit, maybe getting some other league races here and there. But do you feel, I don't want to say liberated, but just kind of the pressure's off now that you don't have to worry about defending the championship, don't have to worry about getting a win? You're just going to go into next season fresh?
Yeah, I would say it's in some sense, but I mean, I think early on I kind of got the sense that it was just not going to really be my year in terms of a championship. So I wouldn't really say that pressure's been on me recently, but I think the biggest thing, like I kind of mentioned before, is just the fact that there's been back-to-back road course races now where qualified top 3 or pole and run top 3 or led laps the whole race. So like that to me is the biggest thing I'll carry into next season, knowing that like I can do it. Hopefully the hybrid keeps kind of fitting into my driving style like I think it is. So hopefully that momentum keeps going. But I think Logan and I are doing a little league just to get something or get reps still throughout the next couple months.
Getting reps, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because these off seasons are long, and we really didn't do anything leading up to this previous season IndyCar related. So yeah, it's very different. Just obviously testing, just doing laps to do laps, and then being in true like race pace under pressure. So yeah, I think that'll help, and just like I said, carrying that momentum of all right, the pace is still there. I just need to be able to find it more consistently. So yeah, we'll see how next season comes. Unfortunately, it'll be a little bit, but excited to make it happen.
Yeah, you mentioned getting more reps. I always say iron sharpens iron when you drive these cars. The more you put into these cars, the more you get out of them. And you also mentioned that you had a pretty good feel now with the new hybrid. The hybrid's only been here since about a month now, so you will want to get more reps. So maybe we see a bit of a. I think it'll be a stretch to call it a comeback run for season 9, but I do expect to see Caleb Benzie come back strong for season 9 in one form or another, either returning to the top step of the podium of a race or two, or definitely of the championship. But shout outs, friends, family, sponsors for the final time this season. Go right ahead.
Yeah, thanks as always to the family and friends who tune in and support. Like always, I got some texts about the race and everything, so appreciate you guys watching and supporting as always. And yeah, Amigos Taqueria, if you're ever in the Northeast Ohio area, they're expanding, so please go check them out if you're ever around. Yeah, Joey Solmance, Motorsports Art as well. And yeah, as always, thanks to you guys for putting on a great broadcast and supporting FIS for many, many seasons now in some form or fashion, I guess. But yeah, you guys always do a fantastic job, and we appreciate making our series look extra good on TV. So yeah, already looking forward to the next season. Even I wish it wasn't so many months away, but yeah, it should be a good one.
I'm sure we'll see you some other place around the community here and there, but congratulations on the podium today. Not the season I know you're looking for, but we know you'll rebound strong and come back strong in season 9. We'll see you then. Enjoy the off season, and we'll see you around.
Yep. Thanks so much, Gary.
That is your 2-time champion here of the Formula Indy Series, Caleb Benzie. Let's move now to Kevin Tomba as we'll bring him on up into the booth. Here is Kevin Tomba, winner of today's race. And Kevin, you really I was not really sure if you were going to do the one stopper as we were watching your pace through, and we got onto it on board, and we just saw you kind of 100% on the throttle. I'm like, I don't think he's doing the one stopper, but you definitely made that last run as long as possible, so it's a shorter fill, and then you're going light with red tires at the end, going against guys that have been out there for 5 or more laps than you, and you're going to run them down. But they made things even easier for you, but because they started battling for you. And then on the white flag lap there, the seas kind of parted, and right there in the bus stop, you got a shot for the lead and took it and got the win. Congratulations. You are the 26th different winner now in Formula Indy Series history, and the 4th first-time winner this season. Congratulations, and talk about that last lap.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so exactly as you said, so I knew the race tires would drop pretty quickly, so I tried to stretch the primaries as long as possible. And in the last lap, I knew something would happen, so I decided to just stay behind and see what happens. And yeah, so it happened, I guess. So I tried to make my way, and it ended up pretty well. So I'm super happy about that.
Talk about your season. Now the season's over. This is your best result all season. I don't think you got onto the podium at all this season, but we've seen some definitely pace out of you as the season progressed. More time behind the wheel of this car just kind of makes you a little bit sharper, or just really maybe Watkins Glen just agrees to your driving style, but kind of what brought on the win today? Is it just getting better in this car, or is it just really good at this track?
Yeah, so I think I had an okay pace for the season, but I was super unlucky. Got taken out a bunch of times. So
Yeah.
and also it was the first time I was driving this car, let's say, seriously. So yeah, I had to adapt a little bit. Also, I discovered open wheel ovals, so it was a first for me. I made a lot of mistakes, so a few black flags that because some rules I didn't know about, but yeah, so I really love the car, I guess, and usually I'm not so good at this track, to be honest. So yeah, I was surprised, but it went super well. I tried to stay with the guy in front, and it's awesome to finish the season like this.
It doesn't sound like you're a native oval driver. This is mainly a road-heavy league, of course, with only the 4 ovals. Do you find that maybe coming back for next season that the experience you're going to get a little bit better on those ovals come next season, and maybe be a player in the championship for next season?
Yeah, I hope, but the guys in front are super fast, so it's definitely not easy. But yeah, I will try to fight and do my best.
Hey, that's all you can ask for. I'm looking at your stats here today, and you did lead 4 laps, and the most critical is that one at the end. Congratulations. Shout outs, any friends, family, sponsors, anyone I want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, so shout out to the organizer of the league. It was super fun. Also the broadcast team, so also super nice quality. I enjoy watching it after the race. And of course, shout out to my teammates at Simatok Sensation. And yeah, thank you very much. And I hope to see you in the next season.
Well, we hope to see you again for season 9. Congratulations on the win. Go celebrate. And hey, you go into the off season as the last guy to win, so that's a long time to sit as the last defending winner. So enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. So now we will get into the champion interviews, and there are the final stats for today's race. And we will bring the camera now to, I think, who is the, I think it's going to be Eclipse Blue is going to win the Drivers' Championship. And that's going to be Tanner DeFabus and Jeremy Fairborn. So I think Tanner is going to join us here. I'm going to double check the points just to make sure I don't do the dude that does the Family Feud where he announced the wrong winner. Don't want to do that. Yeah, Blue wins. Blue wins. They win 574 to 567. So here is Tanner DeFabus. We'll bring him up. Tanner, hey, man, it's just me. Congratulations on the team championship. It's a minor victory in the grand scheme of things. You didn't get the Drivers' Championship, but you got the team championship, which I guess is a really good sign on footing that you guys have always been consistently a player up at the top of the order. If a couple other things go a couple different directions during the season, maybe it's your name at the top of the Drivers' Championship, but it's you and your teammate, the winners of the Drivers or the team's championship. Congratulations. Talk about the race and then talk about the season-long campaign of just kind of consistently being so good and you and your teammate always maximizing on the points.
Yeah. Race went actually pretty well until the last lap, but last lap of the season, so you got to make a move right, and no regrets. It was a fun season, very difficult season, but race was good. Me and all the Eclipse guys were pretty quick. Titus had got unlucky and kept his pit limiter on the start, so that was just unlucky. But yeah, me, Jeremy, and Costello were all pretty quick. So yeah, it was nice to fight at the front. But yeah, it was a pretty good race. Was in it to win it, but just got a bit unlucky. It is what it is. So yeah. Oh, and season was great. Great in the way that we all were really quick consistently, and we drove our hearts out. And yeah, a bit unlucky. Unfortunately, I missed some races, and that sucks. So you miss out on points there. But yeah, we always aim for the drivers' championship. But it was a pretty good season overall, I feel.
You got a win, which was at Portland. I think that was your only win of the season. And then Jeremy, your teammate, got a win. He won at Brands Hatch. Conversely, the team that you're kind of racing against, Titus, had like 4 wins. So you guys kind of did it with consistency. They did it with the win. So I guess that's got to feel good there. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors for having a great season and, coming into this last race, in second place? You had to put the performance in, and the performance delivered today.
Yeah, I was going into the race hoping to fight for P3 in the championship, drivers' championship, but me and Jeremy finished, I think, 6th and 7th, so right next to each other. So I think it's safe to say we're a good pair. But yeah, shout out to all the Clips guys. You guys, everyone that makes this possible, all their sponsors. So yeah, hell of a season, and yeah, can't wait to get the next one rolling.
We'll see you when season 9 gets here. In the meantime, enjoy the off season and the real road to Indy road that you'll be on, I'm sure. But until then, we will see you when we get to the next race in season 9.
Yep, see you there, Gary.
There is Tanner with Eclipse Blue, the team champion representative. And before we bring up Alex into the booth for the champions interview, let's go over the points. They won't be on your screen. I'll just read them off from Sim Racer Hub. You can go to Sim Racer Hub, simracerhub.com. Just type in Formula Indy Series, and you can see the points for Season 8. Chilcutt leads and wins by 62 points over Gavin Sanders. Titus Sherlock is in 3rd. Caleb Bency is in 4th. Logan Edwards finishes in 5th. Tanner DeFavis is in 6th. Jeremy Fairborn 7th. Kevin Tombo with the win improves 2 spots to 8th. Costello in 9th. And Zach Flaum, Mr. Oval Podium guy, comes home in top 10 in the points. Finishes 10th. Again, the spread between the first and second and the margin of victory was 62 points between Alex Chilcutt and Gavin Sanders. Let's change the focus of the replay here to Alex, the champion, and we'll bring him on up in here. Alex, congratulations being the Series 8 champion, much like Nigel Mansell did when he came over the kart for the first time. Won just a couple of races that season, didn't really dominate, but was very consistent all season long and became the driver champion. And much you did the same way. Only 2 wins this season. You started off strong with that win very early on. And I think the great win late in the season, I think really slammed the door shut and made things really, really difficult for Gavin to try to attack from there on out. And I think that really kind of clinched the championship for you. But really the championship was sealed for you right at the start of the race at the drop of the green flag. Did you know something happened to Gavin? And were you thinking about at that point, if you did know, just maybe, backing off a little bit, or you're like, no, I'm going out on a high note?
Yeah, well, I definitely wanted to win the last race. This was fantastic. I can't think of a better car track combo to have the championship finale at. This was probably my favorite race of the season by far, even though I didn't win. Shout out to Kevin. That's his first win, so awesome for him. But yeah, I did see Gavin disconnect from the server right at the start. Obviously, not what you want to see. I mean, I would have liked to have a nice battle with him, but yeah, it definitely changed how I ran the race because there was no pressure. Just finish. That was all I had to do.
Talk about your season. First time coming into a league. I don't know how you heard about the Formula Indy Series, but you brought in, you don't know any of the drivers. You might not even know the car very well. You know the tracks, obviously, that if you run them on other disciplines at all. But talk about, getting into the league, how, were people good to you? Talk about, the setups. Were the setups good? Did you like the car? Are we going to see you back to defend this title? I mean, being that you're coming in for the very first time in a very well-established league with a lot of history, you kind of come in going, well, I'm who am I kind of to be contending for a championship right off the bat, but you did, and you definitely made a good name for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. This league is fantastic. I've enjoyed being here. I've enjoyed most of the races. I will say there were a couple weeks where I got a little unlucky, or maybe the setup didn't suit me that well, and the results kind of showed. But no, this has been a fantastic experience. And for the most part, I think probably 10 out of the 12 weeks, the setup has been absolutely amazing. Just super fun to drive, super fun to race all these guys and gals. They're all very talented. And this was, I didn't expect to come in and win, but I believe in myself. I thought I would have a decent chance, and I'm happy that I could prove to myself and to anyone who cares that, yeah, I can just hop in a new car and figure it out and do pretty well. So very proud of that.
Well, this is when I give you the microphone for as long as you need it, to shout out anybody you wish, sponsors, friends, families, anybody, loved ones, over the course of the season. You earned it. You will, if you do rejoin us back in season 9, which I really, really hope you do. You've earned the #1 badge for the car that you get a chance to wear for next season. So you did all the work. You put it in. You're getting rewarded. So here's your time to shout out everybody that you want to shout out. Go right ahead. Take all the time you need. No timer on this at all. The microphone's yours.
Thank you, Gary. Well, first of all, of course, shout out to you and Steven and everybody who helps run the broadcast. I really appreciate that. I love watching it back and seeing what was going on in the race. So thank you for what you do. Shout out to the admin team, everybody who organizes and makes this possible. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of people. We make the setups, make the rules, all the stewards. There's a lot that goes into this. I really do appreciate it. It was a fantastic experience, like I said. And finally, shout out to my team Nexus. Hopefully I'll get a teammate for next season. Bring somebody in here, and we could go for the team chip as well, because I will definitely be back.
Well, a brilliant campaign. You win by 62 points over Gavin. Gavin, second all time in series history with wins. I mean, he's one of my former teammates. I mean, he's a tough guy to beat. I very much know the quality of his racecraft, and it was not an easy championship for you. But I pretty much, and now I could be biased because I broadcast this league, but I believe this is easily the best road league or road-centric league on the entire iRacing service when it comes to the IR18. So you are truly one of the best if you become the champion of this league, and you are now one of the best. So congratulations. Enjoy it in the off season. Please, soak it on up, and I really, really hope we see you back again for season 9. It's been great having you, and you made the place a better place.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
And that is Alex Chilcutt, your champion for this season. Well, I'm going to close this out because it's just me, and I don't have anything else to say. I just have to say to all the admins, to everybody involved in the Formula Indy Series, the Formula Racing Series, thanks again for having me. I'm a day one Formula Indy Series guy. I was right here when it started. I've done every Formula Indy Series broadcast, the ones that we can broadcast, except that season that we couldn't. I wasn't here, but I've done every single one. I'm so thankful of everybody in the admin, the drivers that return, that are part of this series, that put on a good show and are such good sports in these interviews. Again, so thankful to everything. to be here, be so honored to be here as well, to continue to be the voice of the Formula Indy Series. And we will be the voice again here for season 9. It's hard to believe we're almost to season 10, if you can believe that. We get to 2027. We'll be doing season 10 of this thing. That's how long it's been around. So just so thrilled to be here. This is really, I maybe am biased, but this is truly, there's not a lot of road-centric leagues for the IR18 outside of Indy Open and the IIS, and those are official iRacing leagues. There's not a lot of road-centric leagues out there. There's I know the GIS that I do with the Velocity Online Racing Series, but they're a much smaller series, a much smaller schedule, so not as many road course races. They have a pretty good road course drivers in their series, but I really think that this is the best road-centric league out there that actually just incorporates, just a couple of ovals, 4 ovals. So I love, and it's right there with the GIS 1 and 2. These two guys are the best. These two leagues are the best. So again, just to be a part of this and also be part of the other leagues as well, it's just very humbling and very honoring to be part of those. So again, thank you to the Formula Indy Series guys, and I hope everyone at home gets a chance to watch this over. They like it, maybe be a part of it next season, and it's going to be, I think we'll be back again in, double check, I think it's going to be June or July, when we will suit up again for season 9. I'll double check here, and yeah, we're going to do this all over again shortly after the Indy 500. So we will do it. Yeah, we'll be doing the Formula Indy Series right after July 4th. So the fireworks will be extended from July 4th to, I think, July 8th might be our first race for the Formula Indy Series for season 9. So if you're thinking about being a part of it, be a part of it. And I love the standing start. The standing start's awesome. So let's get on out of here. Give everyone back the rest of their Wednesday nights, as it's this race got over with quickly because of how fast these cars are on this road course. Wow. So that's it for tonight. And I also got to say, I got to recognize the amateur driver champion, and that's Nick Goyette. Nick is doing daddy duty right now. He had to jump from the car to do daddy duty. That's awesome. Let's get Nick's car on the screen here real quick. Actually, he might not have run enough laps to be on the screen very long. But doing daddy duty is no easy thing. So congratulations to him for winning the amateur championship and also just being a dad. That's the best win right there, just being a dad. So congratulations to everybody on the podium tonight from Watkins Glen. We had Kevin Tomba becoming the 26th different winner in Formula Indy Series history. First-time winner this season. Getting the win, Alex Chilcutt coming home second, getting the series championship. Caleb Binsey coming home third for another podium finish, but not the repeat to his championship campaign that he is looking for the 2-time series champion. So congratulations to our amateur champion, Nick Goyette. Congratulations to our team champions, Eclipse Competition Blue. And congratulations to, if I could say it, to our driver champion for his first championship, Alex Chilcutt, here in the Formula Indy Series. Join the Formula Racing Series again in 2 weeks on February 4th as they open Season 4, their Formula Super Series. Track and time are TBA, but the race and season will be right here on P1 with our iRacing Indy Next commentary team of Jacob Collins and Sophie Connell calling the action. Coverage should begin around 8 p.m. Eastern time, somewhere there. But remember, it's going to be a whole new season, whole new everything. So for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything here, right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know your thought of tonight's race. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including our open wheel Road racing Monday night doubleheader. Race 1 starts at 7 p.m. with the Indy Open Series top split, followed at 9 p.m. Eastern Time with the Indy Next Road Series top split. If you like open wheel Indy style road racing, we know you do if you're watching this, then make P1 your home on Monday nights, would you? We certainly would appreciate it. Formula Indy Series is brought to you by Sim Racing Warehouse. Looking to take your sim racing setup to the next level? Check out Sim Racing Warehouse. From high-quality wheels and pedals to accessories that bring the track right into your home, they got everything you need to race harder, smarter, and faster. Plus, for a limited time, you can save with a 5% off coupon code. Just type in the code SRWHOUSE at checkout and save even more. 5%. All the links you need and the coupon code are in the description. For business inquiries and learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of our social links right here on Linktree. You can check those out in this description. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook or follow on X and Instagram. All the links you need are in the description. So for Stevie Larkamp, who made me go solo tonight, but that's fine. Every now and then, to help keep a knife sharp, you gotta make sure they go solo, right? So hopefully I did a good job. I'm sure if I didn't, I'll hear about it. But for everyone else here at Sim Racing Warehouse, Formula Indy Series, and P1, I'm Gary Gotzo saying to all, good night. Thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Once again, congratulations to our driver champion, Alex Chilcutt, to our amateur champion, Nick Goyette, and to our team driver champions of Eclipse Competition Blue. Catch the Formula Racing Series when they return again in 2 weeks for their Season 4 opener. Until then, I will catch you all in July when we kick off Season 9 in the next race up, the Formula Indy Series right here on P1. Good night, everybody.